Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the team of the season, Marcos Llorente. We're going to go through the card details, stats, clips and summary. Before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below which of these team of the season from La Liga you're going to be grabbing. And now, let's get into the video. So guys, this is the team that I used Marcos Llorente in. I played him in that DM spot in the 4-2-3-1. And overall guys, my first impressions of this card, this is such a good defensive midfielder, such a good player just in general. He plays really well for me guys. Let's just get into the review. Marcos Llorente is 6 foot tall, high work rates, right footed, 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, 4 games played, 2 goals scored, no assists. Now guys, the first thing to pay attention to, that high work rates. They do sometimes catch him out of position a little bit when he's going forward. However, for the most part, because of his tremendous pace and physical capability, he's able to catch up with anyone on the defensive end, and he did really well for me in that regard, so I don't feel like that was too much of an issue with regards to those work rates. The 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, if there were one more on both of those, that would be perfect. He doesn't quite have that capability though. In terms of the chemistry style, I put an engine on him just to really help him out in all the elements of the technical game that I feel like he's lacking in. That was the bits that I wanted to improve him in the most, which leads us into attribute details guys. And the key pros of the card, the stamina is really good, so the high work rates don't really offset that fact that he doesn't have a lot of stamina. He's got a good amount of stamina and he's able to use that as well to get around the pitch very well. His passing range is phenomenal as well. Very good defensively as well, very solid, not elite but good enough. And really guys, this player is more of a box-to-box midfielder, so that's really why you can see that he's not particularly amazing at defending, he's not particularly amazing at shooting, but he's very good at both and able to do both of those with relative ease. In terms of the cons guys, his agility is a big con, his balance is a big con as well. The other big thing as well guys, because he's so tall, his acceleration is a big con, and that is really a problem with this card at times when you need to catch those smaller, faster players who are very quick off the mark. Boosting the acceleration will just give you that better ability to catch those guys up. This card also has tremendous stride length, so I mean, and his legs are really long, and that may sound stupid, but guys, when he's able to tackle people with that length, it makes it a lot easier to defend in that midfield as well. Getting into the player traits, he doesn't have any. So now that we've covered that, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into some of Marcos Llorente's clips, and what you guys are going to see is his general ability at that DM spot to play and control the tempo of the game as well. Now this first clip guys is actually a long one. It just kind of illustrates what Marcos Llorente is all about. Able to do that attacking side of things, able to dribble well, may lose the ball, wins it back cleanly and instantly. And let's just get straight into the stats behind this card. The first thing, the pace guys. This card is very quick, especially for someone who is 6'1" in that midfield. He feels absolutely rapid to run around with, and combine that with the fact that he has a tremendous long stride, which just means that it feels like he moves a lot quicker in general compared to a lot of players. He moves really well for me. In terms of the shooting guys, I feel like his long shots, his finishing, all of that stuff is just decent. I wouldn't say it's very good. In fact, I would stretch it to good as well. He is a good finisher guys. He just needs a little bit of a helping hand if you want him to play that cam spot in terms of his dribbling and his shooting, to just make him a bit of a better finisher in and around the box. In terms of his dribbling guys, we'll just go straight into that. I do feel like that although he does have decent dribbling stats, he is a little clunky because of his size and some of the stats in there. I do feel like if you give him a little boost in there, he'll become a lot better, especially as an attacking midfielder, not necessarily needed as a defensive or box-to-box midfielder, but as an attacking midfielder you will need to boost the dribbling a little bit, as he is lacking a little bit in there. In terms of the passing guys, no complaints at all from me. You guys are seeing such a wide range of passing and capability, and that ball right there really summarizes it all just in terms of how good he is and how capable he was on the pass as well. In general guys as well, I feel like his defending and his physicality were both really good too. He's able to do it all guys, able to cover the fullbacks, able to play centre back, DM, cam, right mid, left mid. He'll play wherever is required. This card really does have it all in terms of a box-to-box midfielder, along with those high work rates. It's just unfortunate about those 3-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. However guys, I would say that you can't have it all with every card, and as far as all-round cards go, this one has to be one of the better ones that has been released this year, just in terms of overall capability. As we get into the final few clips guys, you're going to see more of the same just in terms of his tackling and passing ability, and able to start the attacks off from deep, and then we will after this clip get into the goals that he scored for me. And overall guys, I feel like we've seen a very varied skill set in this review of his tackling, and then instantly able to go through the gears and get these goals. This was a lovely finish here with a chip there, and then this final one is actually from start to finish his build-up play. Lovely little 1-2s, getting in here and then smashing it in off this back pass from Renato. So guys, if we just get into this Marcos Llorente final summary, 345 on the PlayStation, 290 on the Xbox, and 314 on the PC. The key pros of the card, guys. Actually, guys, there aren't a lot of cons, and that's really what the strength of this card is that this card is a very well-rounded player. I do feel like that overall his stat set plays really well into him being a defensive midfielder, him being an attacking midfielder, him being a winger. He can literally do anything on the pitch, guys. So I really do love this card for that. In terms of chemistry style, if you're going to play him as a DM, a shadow may be the best way to go. I did have an engine on him. Just to kind of help out those passing and dribbling stats as well, bring that agility up, and I think that was maybe the best way to go with this card because he is so big. He does need a bit of a helping hand on the agility as well as the pace, and really the engine does all of that. There's no limiters on the stats in terms of where they go other than on this dribbling stat, so I feel like this chemistry style does really well for him. In terms of similar players, guys, I actually think Llorente is such a good card. He plays not similar to this Camavinga. I didn't like this card. I feel like he's very long, very good in the tackle, very good at passing, very pacey as well, much more pacey than this Camavinga card, and that makes a big difference in this card. So I think along the same vein of having that size and power, but certainly a much better player in my opinion. In terms of the linkability, guys, he's got of course perfect links to Hermoso, Saul, he's got perfect links to Koke, Costa, strong links of course to other Atletico Madrid players who have been released, as well as Spanish players in La Liga and Spanish icons, all lovely links in there too. And if we look at the price comparison, guys, he currently sits at 345 compared to this Adrian Rabiot at 343. I think this card is way better than Rabiot, especially they are a very similar mold of player actually, so there's another good comparison. Rabiot a lot more clunky. This card moves through the gears much quicker, is a very good card as well. If I was to compare him to Tanguy and Ndombele, I think this card is better than Tanguy and Ndombele as well. I think this card plays really well. He can do much more than a lot of players can as well because of that size and speed combination, as well as having the technical proficiency to just do whatever he wants on the pitch too. So I really do love this card, which leads me into the final recommendation of this price will drop off a little more, guys, so I would just wait it out until it does. But 100% this card is worth this. I think he's worth more than this. I think he will rise up once this team comes out of packs, or when Wednesday, Thursday starts to creep up and you start to see people starting to buy for foot champs. I think this card will go up again, and I think he is a tremendous value card, so go out and pick him up when the price does drop off after this weekend is over. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I will see you all in a bit.